Variable ND filters are extremely important tools for all videographers and are essential for your everyday kit. For the longest time, ND filters for your DSLR or mirrorless cameras have been built with the same mechanics, whereby it's a screw-on filter and there's two polarizing layers, and the top one you basically spin to increase or decrease the amount of light that reaches your sensor. However, Freewell have completely rethought and redesigned the way to build a variable ND filter for your camera, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about whether their new redesigned 7-in-1 magnetic ND filter kit is something that you should be looking into. First of all, you have the magnetic ring that you screw directly onto your lens. This is ultimately how you'll be attaching the filters to your camera. Then you have the choice between your two drop-in filters that fit inside the magnetic ring. You have a regular variable ND base and then a mist variable ND base that will give you that dreamy soft look when used with one of the included NDs. Moving on to the other two elements of this kit, and that's the actual magnetic filters that both double up as different things depending on what side you attach to the magnetic base. The first one is a 2 to 5 stop variable ND on one side and then a circular polarizer on the other. The second one is a 6 to 9 stop variable ND on one side and then a ND32 circular polarizer on the other. To put the filters on, simply line up the two A's on the magnetic base and the filter itself, and then it will snap into place and you're good to go. It's also worth mentioning that these base drop-in filters are actually ND2, which means they already give you one stop of light reduction. And also, if you did want to use a circular polarizer filter, then I'd recommend taking out the base layer filter so you just get the circular polarizer effect and not that one stop light reduction that you would get from that base layer like I just said. What's exciting about this kit for me is the fact that you're able to carry so many useful filter types that are all cross-compatible with one another, making the entire process so much quicker and easier. They also come in this extremely premium faux leather case as well, making them very easy to transport and keep track of. In fact, I'll actually go as far as saying that the case is one of my favourite parts about this kit. It's really nice to be able to keep all your filters, protected all in one place, and they've even included some slots for your SD cards right at the top of the case, meaning that you can actually store some spare SDs along with your filters all in one nice little carry kit. In order to protect the filter that you have on your kit without having to take it off when you're breaking down your setup, Freewell have also included a magnetic lens cap which you can actually put on the entire system so that your filters will stay protected along with your glass when you are storing it or moving around a lot. Of course, one of the main issues with variable ND filters is color casting, and that's basically where it sort of shifts the colors ever so slightly when you use a filter comparatively to when it's not on the camera. So I shot a few examples both with these filters and without the filters on the same scene to see whether the color casting was apparent or whether this filter kit is actually pretty good at keeping the colors as accurate as they would be coming straight out of the camera with no filter whatsoever. I haven't manipulated the colors at all, and what you're seeing is straight out of a camera shot in scene like D. I have noticed that there is a slight warm/greenish tint to the ND filters compared to no filter whatsoever. If you look on the vector scope, you can see how it slightly moves towards the yellow as opposed to sort of staying neutral on that sort of skin line, if you like. So there is a little bit of a color cast there, but yeah, just keep that in mind. One of my gripes about this system, however, is actually how strong the magnets are. I actually find it quite hard to take the lens cap off without also removing the bottom filter that's on it already. So I sort of find that a little bit hard, and sometimes when you don't have nails like me, it can actually get quite annoying to actually take them off, but that's a really small thing. You can sort of get used to that, but I do think that for the convenience factor of being able to swap out your filters extremely quickly without the need of unscrewing one filter and then screwing another one back on, I think that is something that should be valued quite a lot. So the bottom line is, would I recommend these filters? And yeah, I would. I think they're extremely good quality for the price that you pay for them. They come in an extremely nice carry case. And to be honest, it's really, really nice being able to change out your filter type so quickly and so easily and have it all in one kit. So you don't really have to think about buying any more ND filters at all, because honestly, you get this kit and then you're set. You have everything that you should need to do any video work that requires any sort of light reduction. So yeah, I do think it's a really good setup, and I do think that if you are a videographer that is looking to either upgrade your current variable ND or just get more variable NDs in general, then getting this kit is actually really useful because it all comes hand in hand, and like I said, you won't need to buy anything else. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining, useful, or interesting, and if you did, then please consider subscribing because it helps me out massively, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Thank you.